The Bengaluru City Police have registered a criminal case against 5 daycare workers at an on-campus crèche belonging to Capgemini Technology Services India Limited. The case was registered after allegations that employees' children were subject to physical assault, intimidation and cruelty. The FIR was registered on the 29th of June at the HAL police station following a complaint by Tilakesh Kumar, a legal-cum-probation officer with the District Child Protection Unit, under charges of criminal intimidation and cruelty to children. The State Child Protection Unit had received a phone call with the complaint. Children between 2 and 3 years of age were made to sit in the drum of a front-loading washing machine, water sprayed into their mouths with a toilet jet spray, and locked in bathrooms. This was captured in videos and the clips went viral, prompting action from the authorities. The FIR names 5 caregivers employed at the baby care facility situated inside Capgemini's Brookfield campus: Manjula, Vijayalakshmi, Bhavani, Sindhu and Bindu. We have my colleague Sneha Koshi now joining us live from the newsroom. Sneha, I mean, it's unbearable to even watch these visuals or even listen to the screams of those little children. 5 women have been arrested in this case. The biggest shocking part is that it's an official crèche of a IT giant like Capgemini.
You know, I think, Krishna, this is a nightmare coming true. This is beyond all imagination to think that this is not just a one-off case. Now, what seems to be emerging, Krishna, is this has happened repeatedly. There have also been concerns over children being abused in this particular place. Not that this is not an abuse, but there have been repeated concerns over this. What has also emerged is that there was a person who brought this out earlier as well, and this person was sacked from this particular daycare. That also raises huge questions about what was the system in place, who was trying to shield this, and if at all the authorities knew about this, what action did they take? Now they are saying that they are cooperating with the officials in this, but what seems to be right now is repeated cases of such harassment. This is not just one-off case, however horrific this is. I mean, to think that you had toddlers. You know, when you talk about toddlers, you're talking about 2, 3, 4-year-olds being put into a washing machine, the toilet jet being sprayed on them. That's the video, that's the visuals that we have. You can't make much out of what it is, but it still is chilling. And to think that these were repeated instances that would have happened. Why would this happen? Apparently, when children would cry, there would be tantrums. That's something that they resorted to. But that is... you know, I mean, if you have a daycare and if you have toddlers there, that's completely expected. Were these nannies, were these daycare specialists, were they trained? Were they people who knew what childcare was? This coming from an IT giant, you know, this is an on-campus, on-board daycare, and therefore huge questions. This is not some random daycare that would have openly sprung somewhere and people found them and went there. This is to ensure that employees are able to focus at work. Working mothers and fathers also in today's times can really go to workspaces, focus there while their children are safe at a daycare which is on campus. Many of them would be, you know, possibly, I'm just assuming, either breastfed, their mothers would be coming down to feed them. That's what would often happen with daycares that are on campus. There would be bottle fed and so on and so forth. There are so many aspects to this. To think that this was ongoing, repeatedly, over and over again, and most importantly, Krishna, the person who brought this to light for the first time before the authorities was immediately sacked from this place. Big questions around this.
Okay, they are sacked from the place, but Sneha, let's broad base this discussion also. This is not about just official crèches. We've seen repeated examples of daycare centers, children and caregivers being the tormentors. There needs to be a larger awareness about the fact that, you know, these caregivers need to, you know, like you talk about cabs where, you know, drivers need to have better training and, you know, better, you know, filtration before they're recruited. These caregivers need to have better filtration before they're recruited.
You know, Krishna, and it's an important thing that you're raising, that this is not just about one daycare. This is about so much more, so many layers to it, and that's true. But the fact that this is on campus of an IT giant makes it even worse. The other part of it, and about how you're talking daycares across the country for that matter, there have been instances about how children have been brutally, physically assaulted, beaten, thrashed, dragged. These are visuals that we have seen several times in different daycares. Now, remember, all of this is happening at a time when the government seems to be wanting more and more women at workforce. And I'm saying women in workforce because the truth, I mean, you know, however it sounds, and things are of course changing, you have equal partners, but a whole lot of dependency to take care of the child, particularly at the age group of 1, 2, 3, is on the mother. And therefore, to have the mother at the workforce, to be part of the workforce at a particular place, it also means safe spaces for children, safe spaces for toddlers, and even non-toddlers for that matter. So what is the government doing? Where are the policies that must ensure safety of children? Now you have certain protocols in place, you have monitoring bodies for schools. Their affiliations are related to all the safety procedures in place. What about daycares? They are so random, they are independent, there is no monitoring body, there is no registration body. And if India really needs to sit up and take care and ensure equal workforce participation, more workforce participation, and safer spaces for toddlers, for, you know, young Indians who are going to be really the future of tomorrow of this nation, they really need to come up with a policy, Krishna, and I think it's high time. This is possibly the point where the government should swing into action and say, this is it. These are certain guidelines and policies that we're going to bring out.
Absolutely. We'll leave it at that. Sneha Koshi there joining us with that big story. Thank you, Sneha, for being with us.